Welcome back to Set Gaming. Today we are going to be playing a little bit of Days Gone. This is a game that's one of my favorites. I do play it a lot. This is my third time actually going through the game. I've beat the complete game twice. So it's a pretty cool game. When I first started to play, it was a little difficult, and I didn't understand why they did not at least one additional player to be on here with you, um, because there are so many things that can be done and so many things that Deacon can get into. It would be great if you had another partner. I will start off by saying because I've gone through the game so many times, I am starting off with all of my weapons, all of my skills from the previous two times. So we're going to just hit continue and start off where I stopped off. So I'm actually doing this recording because of my brother. He does have the game, but he hasn't put much time into the gameplay. So I just want him to be able to see some of the things that he can look forward to. I think once you get into the game, it's a really great game. Didn't quite understand why they didn't do a part two. I was really looking forward to it, but once I did a little research, they said that there were talks in the beginning to do a sequel for this, but then it kind of just fell by the wayside. But I will say I think it's one of the best survival horror games that consists of the open world map and everything. It's a really good game. So Deacon pretty much starts off as a loner that survived, I guess, some kind of pandemic slash apocalypse. And so now the aftermath is there are various small pockets, which are camps of people that are surviving and doing whatever they can to survive. Deacon
Hey,
and
I got a
his
job for you.
brother.
You got a job for me.
Yeah, there's a bunch of dead freaks. The west of the footbridge stuck in the muck. I need someone to pull them out and take them to the burn pile. Got it?
Marsh duty.
Yeah.
Get someone else. I'm busy.
Hey, I'm getting you to do it. I don't know what Mike told you on your little field trip, but we got work to do.
So
Here.
this is
Hey, hey, hey,
Schizo,
hey.
and he is a bit
Skizzo,
of an
if he can't come with you,
asshole
he's coming with me.
who wants to be
Last I
something
checked,
that
I wasn't
he's
talking
not.
to you.
Well, I checked in with Mike. I gotta go into the shit, and he's coming with me.
And he's the type of
All right?
person exactly how his
Like I
name
said,
sounds.
I'm
His
busy.
name is Schizo.
And when you get
So
back,
I'll leave it
you
there.
come find me.
You coming?
So right now, Deacon is at Lost
Where?
Lake Camp,
Doesn't matter.
where he is doing different things. So
Sir.
I'm going to pause it here to give you a little backstory. So as I was saying, Deacon and his brother, really not brother, but kind of play brother, they are just usually go around to Boozer, his brother. They usually go around just fending for themselves. So in the beginning of the game, Boozer got hurt. So the plan for Deacon and Boozer were to go north and start off fresh and do some different things. But Boozer got hurt, so Deacon has to go on this quest to get supplies and all of this stuff for Boozer. So right now we're at this camp where Boozer is trying to recuperate. And of course, in order for Deacon to get everything that Boozer needs, he has to, help these people out. So it's like a give situation. They'll give him antibiotics and help Boozer get well, but in return, these are Deacon has to do all these different things to help out. Now, Deacon prides himself on just acting like he doesn't care about anybody but Boozer, but the whole time throughout the game, that's actually all he's going to be doing is actually helping other people. He's going to be going to these various camps, trying to help build them up, getting them the things that they need, uh, fighting in marauder camps, doing a little bit of bounty hunting, just all sorts of things. So right now he's at the camp called Lost Lake, where he is going to be doing something with Ricky, who is one of the,
Seriously, where are we
I
headed?
guess, leaders
Ricky, I don't have
of the
time for your crap any more than
camp.
Skizzo's.
Come on, I'll show you. Mike told me what you did.
I didn't do anything.
About how if we seal the caves here, we can stop the hordes.
Never said it would stop him. Maybe slow him down. Look, are you going somewhere with this?
Yeah. I just thought that maybe you decided to stay. I mean, not just because of Boozer, but because you wanted to help.
Is that what you thought? Hey, back in the day, I did my share of runs.
You did, but never anything more than that, and you know it. So now you're helping Iron Mike seal the caves? What did you want me to think? Here.
See, a few weeks back, we lost a man when this went down, shutting down the infirmary's respirator.
Respirator? Oh, God, Ricky, look around. If you're on a respirator out here, you're already dead.
What if it'd been Boozer? Yeah, that's what I thought. See, we haven't had power for almost 2 years, but the transformers and the lines, they all check out. Well, at least they do here. I want to ride up north, check out the hydro dam, just to see why it shut down.
Oh, no, riding escort, that's Skizzo's job.
I don't need an escort. You lived up there, you know the area better than anyone. Deacon, you asked for my help, right? Now I'm asking for yours.
She's actually the person that Deacon contacted first when Boozer was hurt, so he does owe her.
Good. I'm gonna go grab some of the guys that
Nope.
can run.
No, you're not. No, we're going in quiet. We're running to Copeland's men. I can handle them, but that wilderness up there is crawling with rippers and scumbags and God knows what else. More men, you know what that means? That means more attention. No, no, we're doing this my way.
Shit. Fine. Okay. Let's go.
Look, Ricky, I gotta ask you. The other night, in the infirmary.
Would I have shot you in the face? No.
Really? Oh. From the look on your face, you...
I would have taken you outside first and then shot you in the face.
Okay, so you wouldn't, want to get blood all over the infirmary.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Okay, so Deacon's main.
If we get an early start, we can get back before dark.
As long as nothing goes wrong.
Oh, what can go wrong? Following you?
Deacon's main form of transportation is his motorcycle. In the
Follow
beginning,
the route that I marked on your map. There's some marauder camps up there we want to stay away from.
Yeah, got it.
So how did you end up out here? I
in
never
the
asked.
beginning, his main, his.
Everyone, I guess.
Well, I'm just gonna
When
not
she went
talk
down,
during this
I was
because they're
100
kind of
miles
loud.
from home.
We'll
Time I
wait.
got back, everyone was gone.
Where are you from?
Grew up in a little town outside of Portland. Would work in the city, couch surf, go home on weekends.
Big city.
Yeah, right. Only in Oregon.
What was it like over there? I mean, how did you get out?
I don't know. Luck, I guess. Roads were backed up all the way down the coast. One giant parking lot. Willamette Valley was a war zone. Everything happened so fast. I told my friends to get out when I left. I don't think they listened to me.
I heard they nuked it.
Portland? Yeah, I heard that too. Don't think it's true. We'd be feeling the fallout, right?
Yeah. So, you and Addie.
You got a problem?
Me? No. Come on. I didn't know. You rode with us a long time. I guess it never came up.
I was like you. Seemed like, I don't know, keeping your distance was just a good way to stay alive.
Okay, look, I shouldn't have asked. None of my business.
That's why I'm at the camp. You know, chance to live a normal life again.
Good luck with that.
It's nothing serious. Me and Addie?
Didn't look that way to me.
Yeah, well, things happen fast these days. You know what I mean?
Didn't ask. I wanted to tell you something.
Shoot.
Look, I appreciate you going to bat for me. For me and Boozer. With Iron Mike, I mean.
Wow, you are getting soft.
Fuck off.
You've never thanked me for anything.
Yeah, well, maybe I never had any reason to.
Okay. So where'd you and Iron Mike go the other day?
Wait, you said that he already told you about it.
He was pretty tight-lipped. I've known Iron Mike a long time. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen him so, I don't know, depressed. Where'd you go?
Sherman's camp.
I heard that place was a freak show.
It is, but we didn't have much of a choice. I had an idea about sealing the caves, keep the hordes from coming through. He knew where the mining claims office was. We picked up some maps. He's gonna track down some explosives.
Your radio must be broken. Almost sounded like you volunteered for some shit.
I'm riding with you now, aren't I? Jesus.
You just wanted out of marsh duty.
Okay, you got me.
So what happened? Something happened.
Nothing, Ricky, nothing happened.
He didn't say anything?
Just no, nothing happened. And no, Iron Mike didn't say anything. Like you said, he's a pretty tight-lipped guy. All right, dam's coming up. Take it slow near the gate. No idea who or what might be living there.
Got it.
Well, looks clear.
Are you expecting trouble?
Yeah, always. And if we run into any, we're gone.
All right, come on. I want to check the outflow.
Where are you going?
Down here.
Okay, before we do that, I'm going to go over here and see if I can see anything, because you always want to check where you are, because there are various supplies. The police cars always have ammunition in the trunk, but of course we don't need any because we're full. There is this gas. Let's see if we need any gas in our bike. Now, gas is something that you will always need. Okay, so because we're in this mission, they're not going to let us put any on, because you see the cross on the engine. But always look for gas. Gas is always found out in the field, well, out in the wilderness. And a lot of times if you see a tow truck on the side of the road, the tow trucks will always have gas on the back. And Deacon's main form of transportation is his bike. He never drives a car or anything else. It's just the bike. So in the beginning, his bike will be very basic. Over time, as you do missions for the various camps, you can earn trust, and you can also earn camp credits. So if you do a bounty hunter for a certain camp, then that will give you trust, and that will also give you camp credits. Those camp credits in turn can be used to buy your different weapons and upgrades for your bike, things that you are definitely going to need. But you're going to start off as a level 1 trust with each camp, and you kind of have to work your way up. Certain guns and everything are not going to be available until you get certain levels of trust.
Oh, no. Hey, this isn't right. There should be more water flowing out right there.
Yeah?
Yeah, and you hear that?
What?
Exactly. If the turbines were running, you'd be able to hear the hum of the lines from here. Oh. What happened there?
Oh. Same thing that happened to all the bridges. Smart men in uniforms decided blowing them up would keep the hordes from coming in.
Okay, Ricky, let's get
Hordes
this
of
show
refugees
moving.
or hordes of freaks?
Oh, you figure men like Copeland? Probably both.
All right, come on. I want to check something out.
So this is the part of the game that sometimes gets on my nerves. It's because if you're following somebody, you're at their mercy, and they kind of move kind of slow. And a lot of times I'm kind of a fast-paced player. I will stop and take the time to explore my surroundings, but sometimes this kind of stuff gets a little tedious. I'm like, okay, enough of the dialogue. Let's move on to the next thing. So let's see, what's this? We have some nails. And we have some other stuff over here that we can't get, so because we're maxed out. So let's... Okay, Ricky, which way did you go? There you are. Kerosene is very good because you use those to make Molotov cocktails,
Come here,
as well as some napalm bombs that you would have access to later on as the story progresses.
Okay. You feel anything?
No.
Exactly. If more water was flowing, the turbines would be vibrating. Come on.
Okay, you can also skip through some of these cutscenes, but I will advise you to be careful when doing that
Up this way.
because
We're going all the way up to the
number
top.
one,
Up
you
there.
could
Following you.
See these pipes? All the
lose out on
pressure.
some
Water pressure
pertinent
builds up from the
information if
reservoir and
you
is pushed
don't
down
know
through
the
the pipes.
storyline. So I
Lots of
suggest
radiant
that you
force and
listen to
flow,
what's
which
going
goes
on.
right through
And the
to the
most important
turbines.
thing, sometimes
How the
as
hell do you
soon
know
as you
all
go
this
through the
stuff?
cutscene and you
I had
skip
two
it,
older brothers who were
you'll be
always fixing
right
shit
in the
with my
middle
dad.
of a
He
gun
got me a job
battle,
at Boeing when I
as
was only
opposed to just
17.
listening
I
to
was
it
going to
and
school
then knowing
part-time
what's
when he
about
found
to
me in
happen
California
so you
here
can
when
take cover.
shit went
So
down.
just kind of be
You
careful
ever
when
see
you're
him again?
skipping through
Your
these
dad,
little
brothers?
scenes.
No.
But for me, I skipped through a lot of it because, of course,
Come on,
I've
over here.
heard it twice already.
Let's figure this out.
Okay, so I'm going to show
Well,
you
this
an
is gonna be
example.
fun.
So now wait.
Okay, no, this is not the
Yeah.
example. So there is going
It's
to be an
pretty mucked
example
up. I
to
think I can
where.
clear it though. Run back
Where
down
is
to the
she?
turbine. See if it's vibrating at all.
All right, so now we got to go back down here. So there's going to be an example where we're going to skip through it, and as soon as we're done, we're going to be right in the middle of the fighting. And of course, I did this on a time when I was just starting to play the game. I was just getting annoyed because there was too many stops and pauses. And that's how I learned the hard way not
Wait a
to
second.
skip through
There it is.
everything.
Yep, that did it.
So Deacon does run pretty fast. As you can see, the green bar on the bottom is his health. The blue bar on the
Feel
top
that
is his
vibration?
stamina.
Yeah, but the power lines are...
And his stamina will run down. And what you
So,
don't want
your
is
dad
for
and
his
your
stamina to
brothers, what
run
happened?
down when you
I
are
don't know.
running from
On my
a
way
group of
back, I
swarmers,
tried
which
calling
is
over
the
and
zombies.
over. I always got a busy signal. By the time
There
I
are
reached the
some
house,
different
it was
cocktails
deserted.
that you can
The entire
get that will
neighborhood was
help with
deserted.
his stamina.
There were
But of
flyers
course, that's
everywhere,
also over
evacuation
the course
orders.
of the game because you have to
I
get
went to
certain
the
skill
closest
points
refugee
in order
camp,
to
but
get those
it was
certain
overrun.
perks.
Everyone was dead. Freaks were everywhere.
Jesus, Ricky, I'm real sorry.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
So the fortunate thing about this, you don't always have a companion. This is just a few instances where he has to follow somebody. Most of the time,
Oh,
Deacon is
these are the
on
ones
his
feeding the
own.
lines going south.
On his own.
Any idea what's wrong with them?
No, not a clue. Okay. Well, it might be a short in the turbine junction boxes, so let's just go down and check it out.
Oh, let's do that because it's
Okay.
taking a really long
Ready?
time. This is so annoying right now.
What's with you and Skizzo? I mean, it seems like you're always on the verge of ripping his throat out.
And another annoying thing
A few
is
months back, Eddie and
when
I
he's
caught him
following
hiding out there
somebody,
while we
he
were
goes
bathing.
really slowly, and you just might want to run, but it
told her if
won't
it
allow
happened
you
again,
to.
he'd
You just
find
have
out
to
that my
just
gun is
walk
bigger
this
than
stupid
his.
slow walk that he's
Jesus.
doing.
You know, if Addie was there, Skizzo probably wasn't looking at you.
It was all I could do to stop her from neutering the bastard.
Ouch.
Right? Never piss off a woman who knows how to use a scalpel.
All right, let's
Here,
get to
boost me
that.
up.
Okay. Okay, got it.
So most of the swarmers
I got the gate.
stay in dark
Come on.
places.
Junction room's
They
right
do
around
come
here.
out in the daytime, but you don't see them a lot. They like to lurk in the dark, and when it's raining, they will come out because of the cloudiness, and it kind of is similar to the darkness. So anytime you see a lot of rain on here, then there are going to be more swarmers. Another thing is if you see all of this stuff that looks like a nest, an oversized nest, when you see that, that lets you know that there is a nest nearby.
Oh, God, what is that smell?
Freaker nests. From the smell of it, more than a couple. Stay close.
Now here comes the fun and spooky part. Going into dark areas, hoping not to
Remember
be
the drill.
eaten
You light 'em
alive
up,
by
I knock 'em down.
swarmers.
It's been a while, but I remember.
So a lot of times you can shoot some of the swarmers, but you
Burn it
want to
down.
try to use your silencer on your weapons because gunfire does
Ready?
draw out the now you see how loud her weapon is? That is actually ooh, too loud, and it's going to
They're done.
draw out other swarmers. So anytime you see a nest, you want to set it on fire. But when you do set it on fire, it is going to draw out the others. So be prepared when you are doing that. Let's go over here and see what this is. See if there's anything in here.
Time to burn.
Okay.
Here they come!
Shit. Oh, which gun? Which gun? Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
You good?
Yeah. They really don't like visitors much, do they?
Well, can you blame him?
Whew. Well, they better get used to this shit. You know what? As of today, I'm claiming this for Lost Lake Camp.
And you know, that's why I like when Deacon
Alright,
is alone,
let's check
because
the
when he's
junction
with
boxes
other
and get
people,
the
they're
hell outta
always
here.
doing stupid shit like shooting this loud ass gun in a nest
This is it. You ready?
Yep.
full of swarmers.
Yes. Houston, we have power.
Nice work.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Come on, let's find something to block the door, and I don't want to have to come back up here every month to clean this shit out.
Wait. You're gonna be here in a month?
What? Oh, I don't know.
So, why'd you ask about my dad and my brothers?
I don't know. You just, you never mentioned them before, so, you know, I'm sorry if it's something you didn't want to talk about.
Oh, it's fine. In fact, it reminded me of something I wanted to ask you back when we were riding together.
Okay, Ricky, not now. You can ask me later.
Hey.
Come on, we gotta get moving.
So I'm just taking the time to see what I can find in here. Something that you always want to do, because there are a lot of things that can be used as far as resources are concerned, which is another reason why I like it when Deacon's alone, because he can take his time to do whatever he needs to do. So here's the example of the cutscene that I'm going to show you when you skip.
Hey.
So they're
you never
talking.
asked, why I stopped
I
riding
was
with
like,
you in
hey,
Blizzard.
let me just skip this. I don't want to hear any more dialogue. I'm
Supposed to
tired.
ask. I already knew why.
Stay put. Keep your head down.
See, that's what happens.
How long you been a
I'm
camp?
gonna have my gun out. So
Oh, you
now I gotta
assholes are
try
kind
to
of
kill
far
this
from home, aren't
swiper
you?
first.
What are they doing up here? No.
Drag your asses back to Iron! You find the shithole you crawled out from!
I'm hurt! Iron Mike
Where are
has
you?
a treaty, goddammit. Listen to me. We're from Lost Lake. We have a treaty.
So you have to deal with wild animals on here, swarmers, and these are what are called Jesus, I forgot. They're gonna say it again. Okay, so always look at your map so you can see the direction that your
Far north, aren't you? Huh? You don't want to get
That
too
your
far away
enemies
from
are coming
Carlos,
from.
do you?
Okay, one thing that really annoys me as well is all of this loud ranting that Deacon does, because it's going to be times on the game where he does this when it's totally inappropriate. He's going to be so loud, and you're going to be like, Deacon, can you just shut up already before we get caught? But in reality, they're not going to even hear you, but it's just going to seem like that they can hear him. is going to be so loud. Okay, so obviously I can't shoot from here. Oh, I got him on the first try. Good, good, good. So as you can notice, I use my focus
Oh, we just leave you here
a
to
lot
bleed out.
because
I'll make all the freaks out here
sometimes
happy, yeah?
everything
Huh?
is happening
Isn't
so
that what you want?
fast, the focus will help it slow down so you can
I'll
actually
just
see
go
your target.
straight to hell. Oh, yeah, nice and low down there for you, huh?
Down. Yeah, come on. I see you. Hold that head up one more time.
I think that's the last of them.
Oh, Jesus. Maybe you're
So,
right. I've seen
that's
Rivers
the example that I'm talking about in regards to skipping through the cutscene and ending
Back
up
in
in
the
the
day,
middle of the
dealt
shit.
with a few tweakers who acted like that. I think they're on PCP or whatever that other shit is.
bath salts. Remember? That was becoming a thing before everything went down.
Right, yeah. Come on, let's see if they messed up our bikes.
So he has gotten a little hurt, so we're going to use a little bandages to... Okay. I can't remember. Okay. Here we go. Let's craft one. And then we're going to use a bandage. Okay. So now he's back good as new. Also, the cars, you can let the hood up on some of them
Always needs
and get scrap. Scrap is good for your melee weapon, which is on the back of my back. When you get to a certain point, you can repair it, as I'm going to do now. That way you won't have to keep using it over and over, or you know, making a new one every time. Okay.
Really think that Iron Mike's treaty with these bastards is gonna hold?
Okay, we have to follow the line south. Check the transformers. Make sure they're all good.
Okay, I'm following you.
And you also have to be careful riding on the bike, following the NPCs, because in one
Can I
moment
stop
it
you?
looked like they're going one way, and then all of a sudden they do this sharp as right turn,
It's a long
and
story.
you damn near miss it, or either
Got a
you
long
go off the
ride.
road. So
Okay,
I don't know why
I
they
was a
do
member
that.
of the 10th Mountain, part of a forward unit working with the Northern Alliance.
Shit, I didn't know you were in the army. Why were...
You want to hear this or not?
Sorry.
We were advancing on Mazar-e Sharif. We got ambushed by a group of Taliban heading the other way, and they were in flatbed trucks, decked out with ZU-23s, modified anti-aircraft guns.
Big guns.
Yeah.
This game has a
big fucking
really, really
guns.
good
Our Humvee
storyline,
exploded,
which is why I was
went over
shocked
a
that they
cliff
didn't
right into the
continue it,
Hari.
because there
You
were
know how hard it is
still
to
some
drown in
questions left at the
Afghanistan?
end of the game, and I
It's
won't
hard.
spoil it for
Place is
anybody,
one giant
but I'll
goddamn
just say
desert.
that.
Anyway, I was
So
thrown clear, and when I came to,
I'm gonna stop
the
and get this
Humvee was
stuff.
upside down in the river. I swam out to see if anyone survived.
So anytime
I
that you're
pulled
out
the body
driving or
back to
doing
shore.
anything, always stop to check different things to see if you can get weapons or ammo or kerosene, all of that stuff, because
And I did that 7 more
it's not
times.
always easy
And
to
by
come
the,
by,
By the time I pulled in Tanner,
especially
my
the
Sarge,
kerosene, and he can
I
only
was
hold
done.
10 bottles,
And when I
10
came
cans
home,
of kerosene at a
I
time.
don't know, I bought a bike, spent a couple of years on the road, just moving from place to place, and
To farewell, you grew up around here, right?
yeah. Okay, so by the time I finally settled down, I got a job at a bike shop run by this old guy named
So I'm
Jack.
hoping when we're done with
And,
this
he
part that
ran
they
the
will
club.
open up a spot where
The
we can
press,
go
that's what we
and
used to call him. He
kill
patched me in himself.
or destroy some of the nests,
Jack, I remember Boozer talking about
because
it.
that
He was in
is
prison or something.
very interesting.
Some bad shit went down, and he ended up taking the rap for the club.
Now some of them are
Sounds
just
like you guys
nests
were
where
pretty tight.
you will throw in your Molotov and maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 perhaps freakers to come out, and then you have hordes where they can range from 10, 15, 25, 100, all the way up to 300, which by the time you get to the end game, that's what you'll be able to do, is destroy some of the hordes. And in the beginning you're like, there's no freaking way I'm going to be able to do that, but as the game progresses and your skills get better, you will absolutely be able to do it. It's still going to be scary as hell, but you'll be able to do it.
Oh, shit. There had to be one, right?
Let's come back in the morning. You can get whatever tools you need, and we'll finish it up then. There'll be fewer freaks out.
So no hot shower tonight? Okay, but I want to show you something first.
Oh, Ricky, it's been a long day.
Come on, you know a lot about the freaks. I just want to show you something you might not know. Come on, we're out here anyway.
Shit, okay.
Let's go.
I'm with Deacon because I'm sick of being
Can I
here
ask
with
you
her.
something?
God, like I said
And these
before,
damn
could I stop
conversations.
you?
Why are you still flying colors?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, why do you still wear the cuts? You and Boozer, it's not like you're trying to recruit anymore or staking out territory.
Now?
A couple of guys I worked with at the plant wore colors on the weekend. I asked them about it once. They said they wore them as a way of saying, fuck you, to, I don't know, cops, authority, the government. So what are you rebelling against?
Whatever's left. Look, we wear them because we wear them. What do you want? I mean, no idea about Boozer, but I ain't trying to say shit. It's just... cut.
So
That's
before
who
all
I
of this
am.
happened,
Done
Deacon
a lot of
was
stupid
a
shit in my life, but joining the MC,
biker.
well...
So this is
Let's
the
just say that
conversations
it's
they're
one of the
having
few
now,
things
why he
that I
still
don't
wears the
regret.
colors. Okay, so now we get the first look at the infamous hordes that you will at some point
No,
be
not like this.
destroying. And they absolutely can be done. You just have to be very, very strategic about it. This is the largest horde on the game, the Sawmill Horde, and I think it's
Come out
about
here a few times to
300
see them.
on here.
They stay in those
And
machine buildings and
I've
they come out
destroyed
every
this
night
horde
like
twice,
someone's ringing a
of
dinner
course.
bell, right? When it's
When I
one,
first saw it,
go
I
back
was
inside
like,
and-
that's something I won't be participating in.
You never went down there to see.
Uh-huh.
But I actually
No.
did.
One time I got way too close, and a dozen of them started chasing me. It's like poking a hornet's nest.
And she is
Come on, let's get
absolutely
outta
right.
here.
Because if
It's
one
getting dark.
sees you, then next thing you know, you have tons on you.
Okay. Okay, anyway, the other day, I saw something you won't believe.
Really? You want to talk? All right, let's hear it. Wait, let me guess. You saw a Nero helicopter.
Wait, how did you know about that?
They've been spotted a few times, all over Lost Lake.
Shit.
Why do you care? It's not like they're here to help us. From the sound of it, they shoot on sight.
I don't care.
Oh, sounded like you did.
All right, finally back at the camp. Jeez. Always read your little tips that come up when you're on the
Hey,
black screen as well,
where the hell
'cause
have you
they're
been all
very
day?
helpful.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah, well, Skizzo said you and Deacon took off, and I was worried.
Addie, I'm tired, okay?
Oh, that's rich.
Hey, Dee. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Tch, what an appropriate title. It's a long story because that was long and drawn out. Okay, as always, we're going to go to our merchant. Whenever we come back to the camp, we
What's
come
been
back to the
keeping you away
merchant so
so
we
long?
can re-up on
How's life
anything
treating
that
you,
we
Blair?
have used. So there are a lot of weapons that each camp has. You can go through each weapon, and it will give you the
That's a day
uh,
I'll never get
details
back.
of the weapon, the
Oh,
damage,
hey,
the
look at that.
range, the
Too late for
accuracy,
marsh duty. Yeah,
and
it's too
each
bad.
camp has a
Skizzo.
different set of weapons. So
Speaking
just
of
have to kind
Skizzo,
of
I
go
wonder what
through
the
it.
hell he
Some
did all
weapons
day.
won't be available until you get a certain level, and you have enough credits, of course, and then you have to be a certain trust level to get some of them. So these are just some of the weapons that they have. You also can buy supplies anytime I go out. I always
Yep.
make sure that I get my ammo, especially get
Here
new
you go.
sidearm suppressors because
Yep,
those are
that's nice.
invaluable in the field because you don't
Now that's an
always want
upgrade.
people to know that you're out there and that you're coming up on them. Okay, this is the locker. The locker just shows you all of the weapons that you have. Your primary weapon. These are all the primary weapons that I have. And of course, I said I beat the game twice already, so of course I have every weapon. My primary weapon of choice is the Chicago Chopper, which is like an assault rifle. It's pretty fast, but it gets the job done. So you have various ones that you can try out, but for me, this is my primary weapon of choice. For my sidearm, I chose the Mayor because it packs a really good punch, and also because now this one, the Sheriff, it packs a good punch as well, but you can't fit a suppressor on it. And I want all of my weapons to be able to have a suppressor because when I'm going up against
You waiting for
marauder
something?
camps and everything, I want to remain in stealth. And also, when you're shooting out in the field, you don't want to use your weapon without a suppressor unless you absolutely have to because the gunfire will draw in all of the freaks, and that you don't want. But sometimes it can be to your advantage because if you have to take down a marauder camp, once they start shooting, the freaks come out, and a lot of times it will kill almost all of the people that you have to go after, and it still counts as you are killing them, which is pretty cool. Okay, this is a special category where you have your crossbows and a lot of your uh, heavy grade guns as well as your sniper rifle. Uh, the number one choice for me is the 50 BFG. Packs a hell of a punch. It has 10 rounds
I know
and
you like
it's
hanging
just a
around with
good
me,
gun
but
overall. Okay, so
all
that's the
right.
little tutorial on the weapons.
Hey,
So that's one of the things I do.
you be
I
careful.
come back and I refill my weapons. I get gas from my bike, which is the second thing that I do. So you go over here to the mechanic. Every camp has a
You ready to buy
merchant
something?
for
Hey, boss.
weapons. You have a mechanic, which I'm going to do now, which you
Here to
can
check out my shit?
do upgrades on your bike, or you can just refuel or repair or what
We
have
go
you.
through a lot of this
And
shit, man.
because I've beat the game several times, my bike is at the highest capacity of everything. So you have a performance category where you can pick the different engine, frames, tires, all of that stuff. Visual, which of course is the just aesthetics on everything, and then of course your paint. So you have all of these categories, and as with
Okay.
everything else, certain things won't open until you get a
See you later,
certain
D.
trust level and a certain amount of credits. Now, it is dark outside, so because it is so dangerous at night and the freaks come out in abundance at night, all of the hordes come out at night, I prefer not to do any missions at night. You absolutely can, but let's just go over here so we can see if we can hear any of the nighttime sounds. It sounds crazy out here at night. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to see if we could hear any of the night sounds, but we don't. But as I was saying, sidebar, this is the kitchen. This is where you could turn in any type of animal that you've killed out in the field, such as deer, bear, wolves, anything. You can turn this in, and you could get camp credits for that, and earn trust level as well. Right now, I really don't have much. So do you hear that screaming, guys? That's the kind of stuff you have to deal with at night, which is why I don't go out. So you could turn any of this stuff in, and you could get earn trust level and also get camp credits. So, as I was saying, I refuel my bike, I get my weapons, and after I do that, I go to my cabin and I let Deacon sleep because once he goes to sleep, the next thing you know, it's morning. So go here, and also right here, you could also save the game at that point. And we're going to see night turn today in a few minutes. Voila.
Okay.
So it's the next day. Deacon is rested. This would be your opportunity to save the game. You can do a quick save, or you could just hit your options button and save. And so we're going to take the opportunity to save. Okay, so that's saved. And you could also go to your gun locker here, which is the same thing I just showed you, but you can also do it here. Now, there are times when this is Boozer. This is Deacon's best friend slash half brother, which is not really his brother, but he's a brother from another mother. Boozer is the only person in the world right now that Deacon cares about, except for Sarah, which is his wife, which he thought was dead. But now he's on a quest because he found out that she might not have died, or that he might can get some information in regards to how she died. So this is his one and only Ace Boon Coon. So Boozer is here recuperating because his arm got messed up fighting some Rippers, which are some of those crazy real people, but they think that they're zombies. So we call them Rippers. So they did something to Boozer's arm and he got really sick. So now he's recuperating. So when he has time, he will at times craft supplies for Deacon, and they will be right here in this little box. And if there's anything in here, there'll be a square where you can push it, and he would at that point grab all of the supplies that are in that box. Okay, so now that it's daytime, it's the next day. We've gotten our gas and supplies the day before. We will look on our map and we will see what's the next thing to do. Okay, so because this is yellow, we know that this is a major piece of the storyline. A lot of times you may not see any yellow on the map and you're like, what am I supposed to do? But there's always something else for Deacon to do. Just go to these little brown spots because these are the different camps. Here you can go back to this spot and he can talk to Copeland. This is about a bounty hunter storyline, which he's probably going to have to chase somebody down, which I suggest no bounty hunting be done until you have had the opportunity to upgrade your bike, because you will have to chase somebody down. They will shoot at you. They will drive in such a crazy fashion that will cause you to wreck and damage your bike. And that in turn, a lot of times make you lose the target. So do not attempt to do any bounty hunting until you have upgraded your bike. You don't have to upgrade it to the top tier capacity, but you want to upgrade it, enough to where you'll be able to compete because they drive really fast. So also sometimes the camps will have just different things that you can do. You may have to take out a marauder camp, which is just real people that have taken up a certain area and they said, hey, this is our area. So sometimes Deacon has to deal with that. So if you don't see the yellow mark on here, there's no main storyline. You can always do these little brown spots if there's something to do. Also, because I don't have any on here, you can't see it, but there'll be some red marks on here that indicate that those are areas where there's a nest. And then you could go and also take out those areas, because if there's an area where there's a lot of nests, you won't be able to fast travel because it'll be kind of blocked off. So you absolutely have to clear those areas out, which as you can see, I have done here. So I think that's all we're going to do for today. This was just a little tutorial to show you exactly how the gameplay goes with Days Gone. As I said, it is a great game to play solo. Just make sure you got your shooting skills up, and if you like exploring and survival horror, this is the game for you. All right, until next time, thank you guys for watching Ty Set Gaming.